Good evening and welcome in to another edition of BC the East podcast on the Believe Podcast Network, the number one podcasting network for professionals. Hadn't said that one in a while. Joining me from at Believe in Kentucky, you can also find him at Vinny Hardy. It is the one and only Vinny Hardy.
What's up, man? I was sitting there looking. I should have changed mine to believe in Kentucky. I saw you went to believe in dogs. I was like, man, I need
Yeah,
to read that. Maybe
I
next week.
I changed it up a little bit. Maybe just throw out you know, just kind of alternate it. I guess maybe get some new fans, I guess, from the Eastern Division. So, uh,
Yes.
and as you see, a key absence is the one and only Israel Troop. I think he's in a professional development, maybe
Is that what that stands for? I was trying to keep.
PL. I think is what it is. I don't know if professional learning. I think maybe.
Mm, is that what it is? PL.
Yeah,
I was
something
racking
like
my
that.
brain trying to decode the text. I'm like, man, I'm trying. Like, what does that mean?
I think this one is the customary once in a year. Don't fight the kids professional learning session.
Mm,
Yeah, don't
mm.
fight the kids.
Does that probably need to be more than once a year? And y'all,
In my district, probably every other week, maybe.
ooh, man,
I don't
y'all,
know.
ooh, I
I
don't
don't
know how
think we're
y'all do
fighting
it.
kids, but it's tempting sometimes. I promise you.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how y'all do it. I like how you said number one. Going back to your intro, number one podcast network for professionals. I'll try. I got to work that one in again. And I saw. I think they're saying the number one content network for professionals. I got to work that. That's a new one. A little
Oh,
twist.
the number one content network for
Gotta
professionals.
gotta put
Okay,
that.
that
So
might
man,
be the new one. Okay, all right.
fresh.
Great.
Gotta keep it fresh.
Gotta keep it fresh. Yes. So we are absolutely the number one content network for professionals, maybe even in the world. Who
Mm,
knows? So, like I said, you can find me right here. You can find me also on Illegal Motion during the season. That is a regular. We record regularly on Tuesdays. It comes out about midweek. We are in hibernation right now. I think we're going to come out with a new episode here pretty soon, just to kind of make sure we don't forget what we're doing. Then you can catch me on SEC After Dark on Wednesday nights. We go live just like this, and then Israel and I record. We are live on Friday mornings for Believe in Georgia Dogs. So
okay.
that's where all you can find me. I try to. I mean, I go 4 days a week, so you know,
Go hard in the
sque-
paint.
squeezing in a little extra content. I guess I'm not far from being able to give you a little something each and every day. I'm trying to reach into like TikTok and Instagram and those type sites. So I don't know, but
Yeah, I got
Vinny.
believe in Kentucky's on that. We got a little TikTok and an Instagram and
Oh, okay, all right. I gotta check you out on TikTok. Do you
yeah.
post anything on TikTok?
I do. It's been a while. Mainly, uh, I took a video. It was like a post about Ryan Howard. It was her last game as
Hmm.
for Kentucky women as a senior. I just took that picture and put a little music to it, and you know how you do on TikTok. And then that was my most recent post. But before that, I think it was something about the Citrus Bowl. So it's been a little minute since there been a Believe in Kentucky action, happening. But I put a little something on there Saturday, I guess. So I'm trying
There
to
you
keep
go.
it all.
There you go. I'm just waiting on you. I'm just waiting on the dance.
Oh man,
Just waiting on the dance, man.
oh, man. I'm, like what Ronnie Jones says, man. I'm not. Everybody looking at me like I should be dancing and leading the dance, but I'm one of those closet kind of self conscious dancers. But you know, I gotta practice a gritty before I just break it out.
Ah, in high school, you don't get the luxury of practicing. You just go with it.
When they holler, Coach Burton, go coach. You just gotta do something.
Yeah, you put on the spot sometimes.
Ah, are you like are you like Belichick or Bob Kraft when they get are you like one of those owners when they make them dance if they win the Super Bowl? You got
Oh
you got
no! Oh no! No!
okay,
I might
all
be
right,
38 years old, but I still got a little bit of drip in me.
all right, all right. Hey, Corey.
Still got a little bit of drip. What's up, Robert? The DGD podcast is showing everyone that the chat is live and in color. So we're rocking and rolling there. Yeah, I still got a little bit of drip. It's still in there somewhere. So we're good.
There you go.
The kids, I don't get it. The kids are always surprised. They're trying to put me on the spot, whether it's weightlifting or something. They're always surprised. And I tell them, I just got to warn them, hey, I can do this.
Yeah.
They forget. And then they're reminded. And they're like, oh yeah, you cool, coach. You cool. Robert has no drip. I don't know, Robert. I saw that merch you put up there. You got you got a little bit of drip.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of drippy.
Swaggy. Little hoodie swag. I saw that.
Yeah. Little drippy. So we're good.
Gotta retweet that on Believe in Kentucky while we're at it. Let me do that.
There you go. Yeah, do it.
Right. Let me get that out there, right.
I'll get mine going. While you're doing that, I'll let the world know that we are brought to you by betonline.ag. And football might be over for now, thanks to the USFL. But basketball is in full steam, both pro and college hoops. The SEC East did not have a good weekend. From all the latest odds, totals, and player performance props to where the next fired coach is going to land, BetOnline is the number one spot for all your sports betting needs. If you want to make a bet or play a Vegas casino game, head over to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Just use our promo code BELIEVE to get started. That's BLEAV. And it's not just basketball. BetOnline is your source for hockey, boxing, and UFC odds, right to the Olympic coverage that is the best in the business. From sports right down to your Vegas casino games, BetOnline is your number one wagering destination. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to wager on all your favorite sports and play all your favorite games. BetOnline is where the game starts. So, you try so hard as Akon once said. I don't know. You and Juan are kicking ass on the podcast side of it, so you could do the gritty and not be very good at it and still catch those listeners.
Yeah.
So,
still keep all your credit. You'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. If we can get half the audience you get, Robert, we'll be in good shape. So, Vinny, So, Kentucky took on Arkansas over the weekend, right? What happened? Because I thought for a while that was going to. I thought that was going to happen, right? I thought Kentucky was going to pull that one out. What went wrong for Kentucky?
Well, getting down 15-2 is not a way to start a game on the road. That was one of the things that went wrong. Everybody except Oscar Sheway kind of was off all day. He had 30 and 18. He put the team on his back and kept them in it for a long time. They played honestly. They played terrible and were only down 5 or 6 at the half. Took a 4-point lead, and it was, how there's a fork in the road. If they get it to 6 or 8, they probably win. But they just couldn't separate. Note for Arkansas, that went wrong because he had 30. He averages about 18 a game. He had 30.
He had a big night. A big day, I should say.
Yeah. Everything he threw up in the first half was going in. He was hitting just incredible shots, degree of difficulty stuff. So they worked so hard to get back in it, battle back, take a lead, but that takes a lot of gas out of the tank when you do that, and they just weren't able to sustain it. So they gotta start faster. They got down 13 to Arkansas. Alabama at home, they were up 13. They came back and won that. LSU had a double-digit lead. They won that. So they hitting a little spurt where they're starting slow, getting punched in the mouth. They're still very good. I mean, if they're healthy, they can play with anybody. But they gotta get out of the gates a little bit faster. And
I know when it comes tournament time, you can't afford to start slow because these tournament games, once the momentum gets away from you, it can be bad. And teams in tournament time just know how to inch that lead the whole way through. And I've seen teams that get in this scenario where you start the game off on the wrong end of a 15-2 run or 16-2 run or 10-2 run or whatever the case may be. You start on the wrong end of one of those runs, and all of a sudden it's just back and forth, and you can't ever close the gap because the other team just gets hot. And so
and they shrink the game on you, and it's over.
And then they hold the ball a little bit, and they force some turnovers, things like that. I mean, it's I don't I don't understand it, but what can you do? So Arkansas could finish second in the SEC for the second consecutive season. That's a regular season record. Razorbacks have the best SEC overall record, 48-13, and the best mark in regular season games, 24-8, going back to the start of the 2021 campaign. So over that time, they've had the best record overall in the conference.
Here's what else happened too. Just the top 4 teams: Auburn, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Arkansas. Which this is a 3-way tie for second. But Kentucky, Tennessee, and Arkansas, you got to break up the tiebreakers and who beat who. But those 4 teams, I think Kyle Tucker on the Athletic had the stat. Everybody protects home court. Those 4 teams are combined 64-1 at home. So Tennessee went to Arkansas and lost. Kentucky went to Arkansas and lost. Tennessee went to Kentucky and lost. Kentucky went to Tennessee and lost. It's whole round robin. Nobody has beat the other team on the road. The only loss is in that 64-1. Talk this up for the East. Vanderbilt went to Arkansas and won early in conference play. Other than that, they've held serve at home. So you're not going to Knoxville winning this year. You're not going to Fayetteville winning. Lexington is hard to play every year, and Auburn has now, risen up there to become formidable at home. So everybody just did what they're supposed to do at home, and that factored in as well. So it's going to be this SEC tournament is going to be insane when they get to Tampa.
Yeah, it is. It is, and that's crazy. It's going to be in Tampa this year, but
that's weird.
So Kentucky will wrap up the regular season with the home game against Ole Miss on Tuesday, and followed by a road game at Florida on Saturday. And Arkansas will close out their regular season with LSU at home on Wednesday night before finishing on the road against Tennessee on Saturday. I guess that will go a long way in determining the seeding for the SEC tournament. Yeah. And of
somebody
course,
somebody got to lose that one. So that's Arkansas beat them the other day. Now they're in Knoxville. So we'll see. Does Tennessee get to avenge that loss to Arkansas? Based on what they do at home, Tennessee will probably beat Arkansas, and where the trend is. But we'll see.
Well, speaking of those Vols, they're actually the lead on our thumbnail this week after beating number 3 Auburn 67-62 on Saturday. It's been 27 games since Brandon Huntley Hatfield made a 3-pointer. I feel like it's been 27 years since I made one as well. But he has he made a 3-pointer. Since then, he's missed 8 attempts. Let's see. He was an unlikely hero. He connected early in the second half. He had a shot that ignited his 3-pointer ignited a 17-2 run that actually, again, here's that thing, the early runs in the second half. In this case, a 17-2 run was instrumental in pushing Tennessee past number 3 Auburn. A few stats: Santiago Vescovi scored 14 points. Zakai Ziegler had 11 of his 13 in the second half. So again, off to a slow start for him. But Tennessee has improved its home record to 15-0 this season, helped by 13 points from Kennedy Chandler, and Josiah Jordan James had 10 points and 9 rebounds, almost a double-double. So they're getting lots of contribution from their bench as well. So I think, again, Tennessee, has really kind of turned it on of late. They've gotten going. They've done some things. Of course, they've done their job and held serve at home. They've played some tough games on the road, but for Auburn, it's kind of concerning now. They're kind of on a skid. They've let all these teams stay in these games. They won them early, and now they're starting to kind of catch up with them a little bit. They're getting a little turnover happy. They're not playing really well on the defensive end, and Tennessee dominated the boards. So
Yeah,
if you rebound well, that helps, right?
and Huntley Hatfield is coming along for them. He's getting more confidence. He's gotten more minutes. They were talking about him when Tennessee came to Lexington. Trying to get the potential they saw in him out, and now it looks like he's starting to kind of hit his stride a little bit for them, which is good. Yeah, it was Tennessee jumped on Auburn and had a lead. It was 19-11, 19-13, something like that. And it was a game of runs. Auburn went on a run and had a good lead, and then, like you said, Tennessee went on that huge run to kind of KO it in the second half, and Auburn was able to recover. Jabari Smith is as good as advertised, but does he have enough help for Auburn? Has Auburn peaked too soon? They're number one in the country, and then they struggle to beat Missouri, and have lost a couple games, and have they kind of hit their stride too soon? Do they have enough horses and enough in the tank now? As March gets here, it's when you want to be playing your best. We'll see. But somebody needs to kind of step up and help Smith, especially scoring. He can't do it all. So we'll see how it all plays out. But you got to give Tennessee credit, like you said. They struggled early in the season. Then they beat Arizona at home, another good win for them. It kills me to give them any credit, but you got to give them credit. They just knocked off Auburn. They're right there, tied for second. Going to get a top 4 seed and get a double bye in the SEC tournament. Their fans need to calm down though, because they're talking about national championship contender. Win an SEC tournament first. You haven't done that since 1979. Make a Final Four. You still got some stuff you got to do, but congratulations on what you've done in these past few regular seasons. Rick Barnes is a good coach, and so they got reason to be optimistic, but still got to show improve come March, and we'll see if they can.
Yeah, there's a lot of improvement that has to happen amongst a lot of these teams. So
until Tennessee does, I'm still throwing shade. Win the SEC tournament for the first time. I was a year and a half old last time y'all won the SEC tournament. So come on, Tennessee. Get to a Final Four. Y'all don't have all your no men's Final Four banners at all ever. You got an Elite 8 or 2, and that's about it. So just settle down. It'd be like me popping off about what Kentucky's done in bowl games. Our bowl history ain't that much to write home about. So settle down, Tennessee, about y'all's success in March.
Nice. So yeah, they need to win it. They need to put their money where their mouth is and win away from Thompson Bowling Arena.
Show improve.
I'm spoken like a true Kentucky fan. I love it. I'll tell you who didn't struggle this week or this weekend was the Florida Gators. Why did they struggle? Really just because they played Georgia.
Oh man.
Yeah, they went to Athens and put one on Georgia. Florida hit 14 3-pointers.
That'll win you some games most of the time.
Yeah, they hit 14 3-pointers. The only bright spot for Georgia is Cario Oquendo. He had 4 3-pointers in the first half. He finished with 20 points. He led Georgia. Georgia's lost 9 straight. I will say this. No matter what happens now, Georgia could win the SEC tournament and Tom Crean will still get fired. Why? Because he has made history. He has had the most conference losses in school history.
You saying he can't pull a Dennis Felton and get one more year by
Not
winning the
now.
tournament?
Not after hitting the record books. Yeah. It's
So
bad.
he's trying to get out. He's just trying to cut his own throat now. That's what y'all.
I think. Well, no, I just think he's shut it down. I just don't think he's trying anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I know the team isn't. Um, they're just kind of on cruise control right
I
now.
was kind of thinking. I was like, oh, they lead. They did score 72 points. I mean, you can't give up 84, but I'm thought, well, maybe they at least tried to make a few buckets. It wasn't like it
Yeah.
was 84 to 58. They did score. I was like, oh, they scored 72. Okay, Jordan. Which
Yeah,
maybe I'm just.
we were 42% from the field.
Maybe I was just looking too hard for a positive. I probably was trying to.
I mean, I see you. I see what you're trying to do, but they were let's see,
72 points.
they were 47% from the field, they were 81% from the line, they were 39% from three pointer. That's probably why they scored 72 points. But you can't turn it over 10. Well, they cut their turnovers down. That's good, but
14 threes though. That's unless you're Alabama at
they
Kentucky
led
the other
at one
day,
point.
you're gonna win.
I guess it's a win because they led at one point in the game. I guess.
And
Maybe.
Okendo still hasn't given up. Everybody else has shut it down. Okendo's still out there trying.
I
Is that
think
what?
Okendo knows he could play in the NBA, so he's probably or he's putting some stuff on tape. They had
Yeah,
16
it's
points
film.
out of Bridges, 10 out of Cook. But again, not really much from the bench. I don't know. This team's just bad.
Yeah.
They're just bad.
Mm,
They need to go home. This season can't end soon enough.
right.
Next week. They got 3 games left. Whoever they match up with in the tournament, which is probably going to be whoever finishes top seed.
We playing on Wednesday with a
First
handful of
game.
fans down there
Yeah.
in Tampa. Missouri or somebody or
Yeah.
Vanderbilt. I don't know who they'll play, but yeah, something like that.
I can tell you this: Alabama finally had their get well game, 90-71 victors over South Carolina. Mississippi State fell short, or actually Vandy fell short to Mississippi State, 74-69. A&M beat Steve's Ole Miss Rebels 76-66, which things are going from bad to worse for Ole Miss. Missouri getting 20 spotted by LSU 75-55. So some high scores this week in the SEC in basketball. So it's going to be an interesting tournament, I think. Depending on how the brackets shake out, you could look at a Kentucky-Arkansas rematch for the SEC title. You could be staring at Tennessee-Kentucky for a third time. That would be fun. But just please, dear God, do not let Georgia anywhere near that SEC final because if they want to have any chance of me watching, that won't happen.
Which in Kentucky, they're a lot of minutes. It's Grady and those guys are playing a lot of minutes when Wheeler and Washington was out.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to maybe some tired legs. Sheboy played like 39 minutes. We gotta Cal hates the SEC tournament, to be honest. And Kentucky fans always flood that. A lot of Kentucky fans that can't get into Rupp Arena, it's a
Mm-hmm.
totally different crowd at the SEC tournament. That's where this is. We'll save up and this will be our trip. We're gonna go to the SEC tournament, and so it's a totally different vibe. And Kentucky's won it 50, 11 times, so it's always win another one. Cal couldn't care less about the SEC tournament because the format. You're in the NCAA tournament. You're not going to play 3 games in 3 days. It's a Friday, Sunday, Thursday, Saturday deal. So it's not even set up the same. But he goes and they still try to win it and usually do well. But this team needs to still kind of be healthy come March and probably get a little bit of rest to get some fresh legs. So if if they were to get bounced, which looks like they're gonna probably be the 3 seed, we playing that late Friday game at 9:30, 10 o'clock by the time it tips off, and if you win, then you're playing at 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon. So a real quick turnaround. But if he was to get bounced, if you would give him true serum, if he went one and done the SEC tournament, I doubt his feelings would be hurt at all. We can now rest up for the big dance and not have to try to grind out this tournament. In a lot of cases, doesn't really change our seeding. Had the year that they beat Texas A&M in the tournament, and then Texas A&M was still the higher seed going into the big dance. So it was like, well, what for? What do we even?
What do we even do this for, right?
Beat them in overtime for to win this if they're still going to go into the seed higher than us. But so honestly, he hates it, but he knows the fans love it. And okay, let's go try to win it, and that's kind of the way he approaches it.
Well, he should love it when it's in Atlanta, because it's not Atlanta, it's Catlanta.
It is.
Catlanta. Yeah.
In Nashville, and when New Orleans, when they won in 2012, it was Blue Orleans. We just do this clever. We make clever little wordplay with whatever city we're in. That's what we do.
You guys are that way. I love it. So, baseball. Baseball. Seems like you guys, y'all are off to a good start. Y'all are 7-0.
They are. We'll take it. Because it's been because Minjiong came in and was kind of hot and on fire, made it to the Super Regional, and been a while since he's made it to the postseason. Had a lot of departures and people leaving and subpar seasons. So I don't think his seat is hot for as far as Mitch Barnhart is concerned, but maybe from a fan standpoint, let's try to maybe, make it to the SEC tournament, get to the postseason. I think they're still kind of picked to go middle 500 in the SEC play. So stack wins as much as you can before you get to the league, and just kind of see what happens. So 7-0 for the first time in a long time is good. They had the transfer portal, if you will, in baseball. So hopefully these guys can kind of, jive and get a little spark going, and because it's going to get tough. It's the SEC in every sport, so baseball is no different.
It's no different. You got the national champions who are surprisingly 4-3 on this young season. They lost 2 straight to Long Beach State at home, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. They lost 3-0 on Friday the 19th. They lost 13-3 on Saturday the 19th. Let's get their most recent stuff. Actually, they were losers to Northern Kentucky, 7-6 over the weekend. They turned around and beat them 10-1, and then they beat them 7-2 on Sunday. They will play Grambling tomorrow night on SEC Plus. So they will hopefully get back in the win column again to go 5-3. So I thought that was notable. Vandy is 5-2. Ole Miss continues to run rule people. They had actually, you read the headline and you think, oh, they're in a tight game. No, Taiwan Malone hit a first home run to seal a 14-3 run rule victory over Virginia Commonwealth. So, Georgia also 7-0.
No.
They've been playing really well. Their bats, they've been fairly consistent. They've been getting people out, especially with their relievers, and then their bats, they've been scoring some runs. They haven't been piling on the runs, but they've been Georgia's been pretty good in that regard. They play Wofford tomorrow night, but they have they won. They had a series sweep this past weekend over Akron. They won last night 7-2. They won Saturday 10-0, and then they had a pitcher's duel on Friday, winning 1-0. Yeah, they've played Wofford already. They turn around and play them again on tomorrow, but they played them early last week. They won 7-1, so I guess they wanted the return trip to Athens. So Or actually, no, they go to Greenville to play Wofford. So it's a home and home. And then Friday they have a 3-game set with Georgia Tech. So that'll be fun.
It's a little more real. That's it.
Yeah.
Georgia, Kentucky, and Tennessee all 7-0 in the East. So
that's right. Georgia plays Lipscomb. That's fun. That'd be a fun series. Lipscomb is a local Nashville college. So that's fun. But that's your baseball roundup. Nothing of big time note because they're still playing games like Wofford and Iona and Lipscomb and things like that. So I mean,
Kentucky's got Western Kentucky tomorrow, stuff like that. Still early season stuff.
Yeah, so it'll kind of heat up as the conference slate goes, but it's always good to just keep up with it, keep pace with it, so you kind of see a trend of who's starting slow, who's coming out of the gates fast, kind of get a good snapshot now. Whereas at the end of the season, you can kind of compare and contrast and say, okay, this team did that, this team really fell apart towards the end of the season, things like that. So that'll be
Kentucky and Georgia doing their thing in softball too.
Yeah, they are. Georgia's kicking ass in softball. Georgia kicking ass in women's basketball too. They had a huge win over Texas A&M on Sunday.
Yeah, we talk about Joni. Joni gets love every week on here.
She does. Well, I mean, we have to talk about something positive about basketball. Why not talk about Joni? She's the only one doing anything.
There's one good team in Stegman Coliseum. So.
There's two because gymnastics is doing pretty good too.
Oh, that's right.
Just no male sports. No male sports doing well in Stegman. So
Dominique Wilkins is not walking through that door.
No. And wait, no, that's the only one that would need to walk through the door. So speaking of walking through the door, what's more important than peace of mind? Nothing. That's what NordVPN is here for, to give you peace of mind while you're online. And with all the threats that you face today on the internet, it is more important than ever to be sure that you have the best VPN that you can get. NordVPN is the world's best VPN service, offering the fastest connectivity, the most servers, and that next-gen encryption to make sure everything you do online stays secure. Plus, you can use NordVPN on all your computers and devices, no matter what the operating system. With NordVPN's unlimited bandwidth, you never have to worry about a slow connection either, and plans start just under $4 a month. So grab your exclusive NordVPN deal by going to nordvpn.com/believe or use the code BELIEVE. That's BLEAV to get 70% off your NordVPN plan plus one additional month for free. It's also risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. So that's where you need to head. Also, Vinny, did you know people take tons of multivitamins?
Yeah.
Do you?
Tons? No. I try taking like one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I try. I just can't stay disciplined enough. But it is important to choose one that is top quality if you do indeed do that, which with one delicious scoop of Athletic Greens, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens to start your day right. Their special blends of ingredients supports gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, energy, recovery, focus, and aging, which is what these kids are doing to me. So it is also lifestyle friendly, and it fits a wide range of diets. So if you are on the Bunny Boy diet, or if you're on the South Beach diet, so that you can look good for the ladies on the beach, there's only 1 gram of sugar and no chemicals or artificial anything. So reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. It's just 1 scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/believe. That's BLEAV. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/believe. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. All right. Athletic Greens, man. I'm going to try that stuff.
Me too.
I keep saying I'm going to buy it. I'm going to actually log on and buy it.
Drop that promo code and
yeah.
get some sent to the house.
That's right. See what it's all about. See if it makes me look and feel 25 again. We'll see.
That's right.
We shall see. We shall see. So, we're about 35 minutes in. Vinny, what have you really looked at the USFL teams?
Not a whole lot.
Have you had
I
a
saw
chance
the
to think about that?
promo. I saw a couple guys for Kentucky get drafted. I saw Austin McGinnis, who should have been in the NFL, kicking. Finally, he latched on with a team. TJ Carter got drafted, defensive lineman for Kentucky. I saw tweets, but I hadn't really dove in to everything. I know was it the first game is it's in New Jersey and Birmingham, just so it's like straight retro from the '80s, Generals and those teams that from I was like 5 when I remember seeing those teams, and now they're bringing it back. So, but to answer your question, I hadn't really took a deep dive into it. No,
Right.
What about you?
Well, we talked about it last week. Israel and I did on Believe in Georgia Dogs. We kind of looked at the draft and kind of thought about teams that we were going to select. Also, I mean, we also and it was kind of led by Steve's a Tampa Bay Bandit guy, so he's all in on the Bandits. I'm just trying to pick a team, somebody to root for, so I have a reason to really watch it. But again, we'll continue to do that, but continue to kind of keep the eye out on all of that. So, I just saw a headline on Twitter.
Oh,
I don't know if it's real or not,
mm.
but you can tell that Georgia is just trying to avoid the buyout now because with 3 games left, do you really need to open an investigation?
Mm.
So UGA Athletics launches a review of the basketball program's culture under Crean. Information learned during the review of the physical altercation between UGA assistants has led to a wide-reaching inquiry into the culture of Tom Crean's program, which tells me only one thing. They want to fire this dude with cause.
Yep. That's it.
Fire this dude with cause.
Mm-hmm.
This is posted by Graham Coffey on Twitter. At Dog Out West is the Twitter handle if you want to check it out. But I mean, come on, like this guy's as good as gone. I mean, I don't think it's toxic. I don't know. Maybe
apathetic.
Yeah, probably apathetic. I don't know.
Feels maybe.
I mean, there might be some things that come out. Will we ever know those things?
I mean, a few years ago when he kissed his son on the mouth, that probably was more weird than whatever they're investigating right now. But
yeah, I mean, I guess when your entire team leaves, your entire starting 5 transfers out.
Mm-hmm.
They don't go to the NBA; they transfer out. It's a little fishy.
It is. It can be overcome. Matthew Mitchell had that for the Kentucky women's team, and he was able to right the ship. When you don't like to see that kind of stuff happen, kind of like Brian Harsin, everybody leaving, staff members, and Derek Mason's like, I'm here. Oh no, I'm going to Oklahoma State. I'm out. So when you see that kind of stuff, that's maybe where there's smoke, there's fire, and that was the case with Crean, and you see everybody kind of run into the door. It's not good, and doesn't look like he's gonna have time to right the ship. Nor does he probably either have an interest in writing the ship. Looks like it's just.
I think at this point he knows, they know, both sides. I think he's just trying to stay on so he doesn't have to. I mean, I think he's gonna, if he quits now, I think he's gonna have to. I don't know if there's going to be some stuff that goes away in his contract if he resigns now. I don't know, but what I do know is this ain't a good situation. UGA is coming after him. They're going to find a way to fire him with cause. They just are.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is not good. Not good for him. Not good for him. But if they find some legitimate stuff, then great.
Just
You know,
go your separate ways, everybody. It's time. Just run its course.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna tag you in the screenshot. This is kind of the random portion of the show here. But I'm gonna tag you in this screenshot. Have you seen the Have you seen the Kurt Warner movie?
I have not.
I want you to look at this screenshot. I want you to look at the person that's playing Ray Lewis.
Well, is he a?
Are you seeing it?
I see it. I do.
That is so budget. That is so budget. Oh gosh.
Oh man. Kevin James playing Sean Payton thinks that he's a little work. I mean,
yeah, they saw the Kevin James playing Sean Payton movie, and they said, "I'll raise you." Some random skinny model playing Ray Lewis.
Just put a black do-rag on him. Yeah, that's it. That's
Just give him a goatee and put a black do-rag on him, and he's Ray Lewis. No.
Oh man.
No. But look on the bright side. You could be the dude that John Morant just made a poster out of tonight.
That's true.
John Morant just destroyed some poor center. I mean, just came through and reared back and just cocked back and boom.
Oh Lord, who are they playing? Who is this? Oh, somebody for the Spurs. And how far have the Spurs fallen?
I mean, they have no leadership, and I think Pop is checked out.
Oh Lord,
I think he's ready to turn it over to Becky Hammonds.
Yeah,
you know, if I'm Greg Popovich, I need a new challenge. I want to go to college basketball, and I want to take the bottom of the barrel and see if I can build it up. And that bottom of the barrel team is Georgia. If I'm Greg Popovich, I definitely want to go there for sure.
What's the wine scene like in Georgia? He loves his wine. Y'all got a lot of good wine in Athens.
We got a lot of good everything in Athens when it comes to alcohol. And some good live music too.
Good wine, yeah. So he should be good.
There's a winery not far at Chateau Elan. That's pretty good, actually.
This is what we were talking about last week. Have Ja in the dunk contest. This is what it was missing.
I mean, why aren't your best dunkers dunking? It's like, is it like the home run derby thing where everybody's scared it's going to mess them up?
I guess, and see, like LeBron never did it. I don't know if he was scared he was going to lose or go out there and miss a dunk. I don't know if he was self-conscious.
LeBron doesn't have the intestinal fortitude.
Yeah, because I'll never forget it. He was watching it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it next year. I'm gonna be in it. That was 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Never did it. But yeah, Ja definitely in-game dunks, dunk contest dunk. He would bring the star power. He'd bring that flair. He would have. It was what was missing from the contest, which is hard to. We've seen pretty much everything there is to do. It's hard to be creative, but you still can come out there and wow. It's still possible when you get star power and a great dunker and like that. I think it was.
Well, you just want to see stars go up against each other. I mean, you look at what Michael Jordan and Dominique did. It wasn't like the greatest dunks of all time, but my God, it was Neek versus Jordan, and they were just jamming.
And Neek got robbed.
He probably did.
Robbed. It was in Chicago. Neek got robbed.
But well, I mean, did you think it was going to go any other way?
No.
I mean, it's Michael Jordan. I mean, it's the Jordan rules, man.
It was in Chicago. See, you're right. There's no way.
No, not a chance.
But I was 10 watching that, so I'm showing my age. Anyway, Bob Neal, the legend, was on the mic because he did it every All-Star Saturday night. It was Bob Neal. And I think when Jordan did his last dunk, even Bob Neal said it. He said, they gave him a 50. They gave Jordan a 50. So he knew the judges were like, yeah, give Mike this 50.
Because it's Mike.
Yes.
Oh, God,
Yep.
I love it though.
Mhm.
See the drama that surrounds the dunk contest.
Yo.
Was the last great dunk contest the Zach LaVine one that he won, where he
Maybe so.
jackknifed and did like around the legs,
And that
under
was
the legs
Aaron
with the
Gordon.
jackknife. Yeah,
And he never won one. Aaron Gordon did some crazy stuff, and he somehow didn't
because
win.
Zach LaVine did a little bit crazier.
Yeah.
Zach LaVine just levitated.
I think Gordon. You put Aaron Gordon, Sean Kemp. That's a short list of probably the greatest to never win the dunk contest. That did some crazy stuff, and if you want to make a list, the greatest that's never won it, I'm putting them two on it for sure.
Wasn't it D Brown that did the?
Yes. And he pumped up his Reebok pumps first.
Yes. Did Isaiah Ryder win one?
Yeah, I think he was the first guy to go through the legs. The first guy to take it through the legs, and because that never been done before. That was groundbreaking.
You remember Jay Rich?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think he was a couple years after Vince Carter. Jay Rich won a couple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There you go.
I put Rex Chapman. I'm biased. Rex Chapman had some good dunks. He didn't win it, but he had some good stuff way back. It was fun. And even, you had Larry Bird in 3-point contest, winning like 2 or 3 in a row.
Well, he came out notorious and told everybody they're playing for second place.
Didn't even take off his warm up jacket. I'm gonna keep
I think he hit every ball in the rack.
And the last one, he shot it and just threw up the number one and walked off because he knew it was going in.
The cockiest dude ever that can back it up, 100%. Like that dude, like I've never seen anybody back up more of what he said than Larry Bird.
Mm-hmm.
Larry Bird would, like, stories you hear on Larry Bird, like he went coming out of a timeout, he would get offended if you he goes, I'd get offended if you put a white guy on me. I was like, really? You're gonna guard me with him?
Yeah.
This is what I'm about to do. I'm about to catch this ball. I'm about to go over in that corner. I'm gonna shoot a 3. My God, he'd do it.
Cold-blooded.
Mm-hmm.
The clip, because look, I was a Hawks fan until they traded Dominic for Danny Manning, and I had to leave.
Bail.
I couldn't overcome that. So
I don't blame you. The Hawks couldn't either.
No, the clip where I think he scored 60 on the Hawks. They're not even playing in Atlanta or Boston. So for some reason they're playing in New Orleans. I don't know if it's preseason or what. But every shot he hit, the Hawks bench is going crazy, like the Celtics bench, because he's so on fire. They're like, oh my God. And they're all hugging each other and laughing and falling out of their chairs. And this is the Hawks bench because of the show he's putting on. Like Fratello was pissed and he fined guys because you're not supposed to be in awe of the opposition. It couldn't be helped. It couldn't be helped. Like Doc Rivers and Tree Rollins, and it didn't matter who was guarding him. And the people on the bench they were caught up in the show just like the fans because it was that spectacular. You know, you're supposed to be stone faced. If the opponent is giving it to you, you're supposed to act like it's not bothering you, like it doesn't faze you. You can't be impressed. They were in awe.
Yeah.
They were just, oh my God, look at what this dude is doing to us. Oh, he is lighting us up. Oh my God, it's on YouTube. It's hilarious. Just watch the bench with every shot Larry hits, man. It's crazy.
So, DGD, come back on because I need to ask you a question. You, with all this merch you're selling now, and you're on Patreon, doing big things. I hear the North Carolina Duke game this Saturday. Tickets are going for $5,300.
Yeah.
Are you taking us? Kind of like a company trip, y'all's conference network company trip. Are you taking us? You should answer us on that. You should take us. I'll go with you.
To see Coach Vinny.
If you buy my ticket, we'll go. I'll pay the plane ticket to get out there.
I've never been to Cameron Indoor. Part of me, you like to check it off your list, but part of me hates Duke so much I don't want to fool with it.
We modeled our student section at my high school after the Cameron Crazies.
Oh, where you're like almost reaching out and touching people and all that. The whole.
We could never get that. We were never that close to the court, but yeah, like we would jump up and down. We wore matching gold shirts. We were called Flynn's Fanatics because our coach was Flynn.
Oh, okay.
Right. We were Flynn's Fanatics. We carried a cardboard cutout. You know how Milk had their campaign with, like they had all the stars have like milk mustaches.
Yeah.
Well, Kevin Garnett was a spokesman for Milk. And Kevin Garnett was in our cafeteria.
What?
Well, guess who came? Yeah, his cardboard cutout.
Oh, okay.
Guess who came to the games with us?
The cutout?
Yeah, Kevin Garnett.
Y'all bring the KG cutout to the game?
Yeah, we brought Kevin Garnett to the games.
Mm-hmm.
And they told us we had to put him up because they said it was racist that we brought Kevin Garnett to the game.
Why?
I don't know.
Y'all just go get him and bring him and prop him up.
We put a T-shirt on him, like we treated him good, and we put a Flynn's Fanatics. It was front row.
He was jumping. Life-size cutout?
Yeah, it was a life-size cutout.
Did he not have a T-shirt on, or did he?
Well, I mean, he didn't have a Flynn's Fanatics T-shirt on.
Oh, gotcha. You got to give him right. Got to swag him out.
We put a Flynn's Fanatics shirt on him.
Yeah, I don't see anything offensive in what you just said.
Yeah, it was offensive. I don't know why.
Was this pre-fathead days too?
Yeah, it was just a straight up cardboard cutout.
So,
yeah, it was pre-fathead.
It was pre-fathead.
Like 2002.
Bring the cardboard cutout to the game and take care of it. I mean, obviously, y'all took care of it because you brought them multiple games, right?
Yeah, we brought it to like 5 games before they.
And it's cardboard. Y'all didn't beat the crap out of it and step on it.
Or no. We
taking care of it.
We treated KG very, very well.
What's the problem? I don't understand.
I don't know. I guess they thought it was weird that a bunch of white kids were carrying around Kevin Garnett. I don't know. I don't know what it was.
Wow.
But,
was this in Georgia where you went to?
Yeah, this is in Georgia. Yeah. Yeah, that was their excuse. They just didn't want us. I don't know. They probably just didn't want us carrying around the cardboard cutout because we stole it from the lunchroom.
Wow.
So they made up some lame excuse like that's racist.
Wow.
When really it's not.
I didn't.
Yeah, we wanted to include KG.
Yeah.
We were fans of KG. He was a good player.
Yeah, he was just did his thing. He was in South Carolina, straight from high school to the league, and y'all just having fun. Sound like?
Yeah, we're just we're partying with KG. What's the matter with that?
Man, the principal, assistant principal, who? A teacher?
I can't remember who it was. Somebody complained. I mean, the principal obviously I had to come over, but somebody complained to our principal. Probably is what happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, they just some Debbie Downers at Flynn High School. Well, not Flynn, but they were the high school.
Yeah, Fayette County.
Coaching Flynn was worried about it. He's out there trying to win a game.
Oh, he don't care. I think I want to say his name is Andre Flynn. I want to say he played at Kentucky. Let me look up where he played. I forget. He played he had a cup of coffee with the Clippers. Back when the Clippers were really bad.
Right. For a long, and see, that's another reason I had to drop the Hawks, because how do you trade Dominique to the Clippers? That was the worst team in the league. That's a slap.
He is Kentucky. He is Kentucky born though. He is from Woodford County. Went to Woodford County.
Right by Lexington.
Yeah. Oh, don't give me the paywall. I think he did play at Kentucky. He coached at my high school. Still does.
Andre Flynn. Let me look him up.
Yeah. I'm trying to find. He's class of 85.
85. Okay. Let's see. Go to bigbluehistory.net. They got every single Kentucky player ever, every single stat.
Mm-hmm.
John Scott is the man because we all site up for research on everything Kentucky basketball. Andre Flynn, you say?
Yeah, he played for Transylvania University. So no,
Oh,
he didn't
okay.
play for
That's
Kentucky.
right.
I just saw that. He was Transylvania University, finished with 1,600 points, top 10 in school history, All-American.
Yeah, so he was just right there.
Yeah,
You can throw a rock and hit Trancy from UK.
yeah,
There he is, Andre K. Flynn.
yeah.
Trancy Pioneers. Yep. Oh, he done got inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. The NAIA District All America regional tournament. Yeah, he's just out there coaching the game. Y'all had KG. Y'all had Fanatics named after him.
Oh
Flynn's
yeah,
Fanatics. So yeah, man.
we were
Mm,
rocking and rolling, man.
man.
So Georgia finished their staff out. They hired Stacy Searles from North Carolina. I'm sure Israel and I will get into that on Thursday when we record, but that'll be fun. So, not the name that a lot of Georgia fans wanted, but in my mind, in Kirby we trust. That's all I got to say about that.
What position does he coach?
O
On the staff.
line, offensive line.
Okay. Replacing Matt Luke and
Mm-hmm.
who did y'all think, or who was the leader
They
in the
thought it was
clubhouse?
gonna. They thought it was gonna be that Mateo's guy from Baylor. They thought it was gonna be Will Friend from wherever he is now.
Hmm.
I think he's at Auburn, maybe. So yeah.
Kentucky replaced Liam Cohen, who went to the Rams, with Rich Scolandrelo, if I'm pronouncing it right. Came from the 49ers. They just poached San Francisco staff. They got the O-line coach and the OC and quarterbacks coach from San Francisco. And
Yeah.
here's the thing. Liam Cohen played a role in helping them find his replacement. It wasn't like he just bounced. So this was about as seamless of a transition as you're going to get as far as terminology and the offense staying the same for Levis and all that. And it'd take about 5 minutes for him to kind
Yeah.
of reinstall everything and keep everything as seamless as possible. So I'm like you. Stoops has kind of made so many good hires that we don't even worry about anymore.
Yeah.
It's all kind of worked out. This Eddie Grand, the offense was still good even though they couldn't pass. You still had production. So he
Yeah.
moved from Grand to Cohen. That worked out. You're passing the ball now. You're running and passing. You get Levis. You get Wandale. And Cohen basically told him, because he had already turned down the Saints, Miami Hurricanes had come calling. He'd already turned down a bunch of jobs, but he basically said if the Rams job comes open, that'd be like the only one I would be one and done here for. And of course, the Rams did have a spot, and they came calling, and so he couldn't turn it down.
Mm-hmm. No.
So
No, nor would I encourage him to. I mean that's
no.
that's a once in a lifetime opportunity. You get an offensive coordinator job in the NFL.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we thought, I mean, the dude is what, a rising star, if you will. We thought, he probably wouldn't be here long. Might get 2 years, and turns out it's just gonna be one. But you can't blame him. He
Yeah.
came from the Rams. He's back to the Rams. So
Yeah.
just keep.
You knew it was only a matter of time.
Yeah. He's he's a high riser.
Yeah.
Gonna be a head coach somewhere quick if he keeps it up.
For sure. For
Mm-hmm.
sure. So, um, but that's gonna about do it for us. Um, that's gonna about do it for us here. We've been going for just about an hour, so we are actually right at an hour. So we are the Beast of the East podcast on the Believe Podcast Network, the number one content spot
good.
for professionals. That's right.
Yeah.
The number one content partner for professionals. So we are also coming at you on the Y'all's Conference Network on the video side of it. And we thank our sponsors, NordVPN, Athletic Greens, and of course, BetOnline.ag. Israel, we missed you. Hopefully you learned something professionally, like don't hit the kids when you get mad. You have to diffuse the situation. Diffuse it. So, we'll
use the handbook, Israel. Read the handbook.
Right. Read the handbook. It's probably page 36. Read the handbook. All right. So, but we'll see you back here next week. We're good. So, Israel, you got homework now. I want a full report of your professional learning. Okay. I want a full report on my desk. I want you to put a cover sheet on that TPS report. Okay.
Ooh, TPS.
Yeah,
TPS
report. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and finish that. Okay. Yeah, if you could do that, that'd be great. Okay.
I've got 8 bosses. I get yelled at 8 times.
little office space for you guys on a Monday. So anyway, well, we wish you a great week and an even better weekend. We wish you a great start to the month of March. Man, it's gotten here really, really quick. So hopefully this year continues to fly right on by. So for Vinny, I'm Corey. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram. Follow our shows at Believe in Kentucky, at Believe in Dogs. So, and as a reminder, before we go, if you don't have drip, find drip. That's what you need to make it in this world. You need to be drippy. So, that being said, goodbye.